Martial law, the draft, and the mighty young men of war. Martial law, the draft, and the mighty young men of war. Shalom, Akims. This is your Hebrew Israelite brother, Mashaba, here in the city of Detroit. We'd like to give all praises and all honors to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of the great millstone that taught us this truth, and peace and salutations to the hopeful elects. Shalom, Akims and Aquims. This is your Hebrew Israelite brother. I'm bringing to you this video today concerning martial law, the draft, and the mighty men of war. Okay? What people don't seem to realize is that martial law is coming. It's coming, and it's coming with much ferociousness. Okay? With much vigor. We're moving closer and closer to martial law. The things that you see happening over there in Ukraine right now, with the Russian soldiers coming in, and like a flood, okay, come in over there, and what are they doing? They're kicking in the doors, they're raping the women and the children, and they're taking the older men, taking them out front of the house, asking them some questions, beat them up, and then shoot them and kill them. Let their bodies fall right there in front of the place, wherever the house is at. And the young men, they gather the young men up, and they take them, okay? They taking them to other locations to kill them, and then bury their bodies in mass graves. These are the same things that's going to be happening coming over here, to where? To America. These are the things that's going to be happening. We're going to start this off with Joel chapter 3, starting at verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Okay? The Lord said prepare war, because that's what's about to happen. War is ensuing. Right now, over in Ukraine, World War III has begun. Right now, Russia and America is fighting a proxy war, where America is providing military equipment to Ukraine in order to help them to fight against Russia. That's a proxy war. That's World War III in its first beginning stages. Okay? And so, let's read on further. Wake up the mighty men. We're talking about the young men. Wake them up. How are the young men over here in America, how are they going to be awakened? They're going to be awakened by martial law. First off, some sort of terrorist attack of some kind is going to happen. Once that occurs, that's going to prompt war activities over here in America, to where the draft is going to be enforced. Joe Biden's going to pass. Kamala Harris, she's going to become president, and she has already made it clear that she's going to enact and enforce and use martial law. Use martial law. Martial law is what's going to be used to enforce the draft. All of you young men, mighty young men that like to walk the streets and harass old dudes. You like to walk the streets and strong arm young women and rape them. You strong arm old women and rape them. You molested children. Y'all untrustworthy. Y'all carjackers. Y'all home invaders. Y'all arsons. Y'all do burglaries at stores, snatching grabs, snatching old women's purses, snatching young females' phones, the cell phones. I mean, you guys, y'all are completely out of order. The Lord made it clear for you young men, He's going to blast y'all into pieces. Jeremiah chapter 50, Jeremiah chapter 51. He's going to blast y'all into pieces. Okay? Stir up wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Because that's the time that is coming. Let them come up. Okay? What the Lord going to do? The Lord is going to take the time to gather all the nations. Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 8. He said, wait ye upon me, the Lord. For his desire is to gather all the nations and together and to pour out his wrath of indignation upon them. Okay? That's what the real deal is on that. Okay? And you young women, y'all been so dependent on these young men to be of help, to be a one-nighter, to take you out on dates, and to help you to fix your car, help you to move your furniture, help you to beat some guy up. Pretty soon, all the young males are going to be taken away. They're going to be taken away. Why? Because of the draft. Because of the draft. Okay, let's go right here to Isaiah chapter 3, verse 20. Verse 25. Now, and it reads, this Isaiah chapter 3, start at verse 25. Thy men shall fall by the sword. That means in the streets, in the neighborhoods. They're going to fall by the sword. When the martial law troops come through, they're going to have all types of weaponry that Jake is not used to. Jake is not used to drones flying around overhead, flying low, big drones too, flying low, flying around, and with firing capabilities, able to shoot. Okay, Jake is not used. Jake in the hood is not used to robotic dogs. Okay, with machine guns strapped to their backs, running around and setting up post at strategic points where when they say martial law and they put one of those robotic dogs on any particular intersection where they're doing patrols or got set up checkpoints and the different areas and side streets. When they set them dogs there, them dogs are going to have heat sensory. They're going to have thermal imagery. And when they say you can't come out when it's martial law, they mean it. You step outside, those robotic dogs with those machine guns are strapped to their backs are going to blast you to pieces. To pieces. They also got robotic dogs. Robotic soldiers. So like these robotic soldiers, they're going to be doing their thing. They're going to be shooting and killing and kicking in doors, driving military vehicles, and so forth. And thy mighty in the war, okay? Thy men shall fall by the sword, and thy mighty in the war. The war that's coming. That's one. That's what's coming. The war. Verse 26, and her gates shall lament and mourn, and she being desolate shall set upon the ground. I mean, in a low place. You women, y'all are going to be in a low place. Because when the Lord comes through, when he set forth, when it's time for martial law, when he set forth that it's time for any type of devastation, you best believe it's going to happen. Because one, it's all written. Let's take this to, let's see, we're going to take this to, we'll take this to 2nd Esdras. Okay. We'll take it to 2nd Esdras. And we get some meat off that spiritual bone. Okay. Let's see. Get down here to 2nd Esdras. It's like it, y'all. You're trying to make sure I give you the precise word, give you what the word is saying. You see, that's why, again, we prophesy of Yahweh and not of ourselves. Okay, 2nd Esdras chapter 15. Okay. We're going to 2nd Esdras chapter 15 on you. Okay. This is going to be a quick read because it's a whole lot in this. Okay. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people. the words of prophecy. You see, the words of prophecy, not our own words, but the words of prophecy. What are the prophecies? It's right here inside this book, this inside the scriptures. Okay, the prophecies which I will put in thy mouth. Okay, that the Lord should place in our mouth. He places it in our mouth what it is for us to say. Okay, and that's the reason why we make these videos pushing this truth. Kiss the son, lest he be angry. Okay, how do you kiss the son? By feeding the sheep. If you love me, then feed my sheep. Right? I'm saying. So, verse 2. And cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. These words of the Lord. Verse 3. Fear not the imaginations against thee. Okay? Because people do. They got all these wild, weird imaginations of what they have planned against us, but the Lord is not going to let any of it work. Let not the incredulity of that's the unbelief of them trouble thee. Okay? Because people is not going to believe the things that we're telling. We're trying to let y'all know that these are things that are about to happen upon the earth. It's about to be martial law. It's about to be a draft that speak against it. Okay? It's about to be a draft. Let's see. I'm gonna go straight to let's see. Verse 4. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. You see? Because our people have become just that. Unfaithful, untrustworthy, and they simply cannot perform any duties of the Lord. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world. Okay, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. These are the things that the Lord is bringing. He's bringing death and destruction. He's not playing any games. Okay? He's not playing any game. You see, we take this to I wanna go to chapter 16 on it. Okay, starting at verse 33. So like it. This is verse 33. Second Ezra chapter 16. Yeah. The virgins shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. Okay? You young women, y'all not gonna have no men to come and help y'all to do the thing that y'all want. Y'all not gonna have them, the young men, the mighty young men, they're gonna be drafted up to war. When you see those prison buses, those long prison buses with the gates on the window, when you see them lined up along the main streets and some of the side streets, when you see them lined up and they're gonna be gathering up young men, they're gonna be it's gonna be part of a martial law push. Okay, a martial law push, and that's gonna make it where the martial law troops are gonna be on the streets and they're gonna be rounding up young men. They're gonna be rounding the young men up, age 18 to 32, are going to be rounded up. Okay, and they're gonna be hauled off to a boot camp. Boot camp's supposed to be 13 weeks, but they're gonna give these young men, these mighty young men, they're gonna give them what, a 6 to an 8 weeks crash boot camp course, and so they're not gonna be ready. They're gonna place an AR-15 in their hand and give them plenty of ammunition and place them on the front lines. And they are called human shields. Human shields. When you see them load up on those prison buses, you're not going to see those young men again. They're not returning. They're not coming back. Okay? And plus, on the battlefield, they're going to be using microwavable weaponry. This means gamma rays. This means they're going to be using hot and cold lasers. Gamma rays, they're going to be pointing towards a wide, they're going to be using beams, as well as they can spread the beams over a wide field of area, causing the young men's insides to cook like a hot dog in a microwave. And if they jump up and try to run, they're going to be hit with full doses of gamma rays. They're going to be exploding and popping like eggs in a microwave. These are the things that's coming. These are the things that's coming. Okay? The women shall mourn, having no bride, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, okay, because they're not going to have any young men. The young men are going to be gone, taken up off the streets. Okay, Esau's mad. And he ain't playing. This red devil's not playing. Having no helpers. Ain't gonna be no helpers. Ain't gonna be no helpers. Verse 34. In the wars, because the war's gonna be going on, shall their bridegrooms, their men, be destroyed. They're gonna be killed. They're gonna be killed on the battlefield. Okay? And in the streets. In the streets. They're gonna be killed. Okay? And their husbands shall perish of famine. You see? They're going to perish from famine. It's going to be war. It's going to be famine. It's going to be death. It's going to be pestilence. It's going to be woe. It's going to be lamentation. It's going to be devastation. It's going to be destruction. That's what's coming during the time of lawlessness. But when they declare martial law, they're going to turn 911 off. Ain't going to be no 911 for you to call. So you're going to have to police your own home. As to the reason why the Lord said, what? Wait ye upon me. We pray ye to the Lord for him to what? Provide protection, food, water, wine, and all that for us. Psalms chapter 34, verse 7. And the angels of the Lord encampeth round and about them that fear him and delivered them. The Lord delivers us. We fear him. He makes sure that he's going to bring us out of the chaos and hold us together and shield us and nurture us and provide for us. Isaiah chapter 65, verse 13. Okay? Behold, my servant, they shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant, they shall eat, and ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant, they shall rejoice and have great gladness of heart. But ye shall be ashamed and have everlasting damnation. Roughly paraphrasing. Okay? And so we come into understanding of that. Verse 35. Hear now these things and understand them. Ye servants of the Lord. You see, we are servants of the Lord. We understand these things. These do we remember. The scriptures was written back in ancient days for our learning, that we may be able to teach and feed the flock, feed the sheep, because we love who? Yahweh Shah. Kiss the son, lest he be angry. Okay? Verse 36. Behold, the word of the Lord, receive it. Believe not the God of whom the Lord spake. Okay? Okay? So you have to come into understanding. Come into understanding of the word. Verse 37. Behold, the plagues draw nigh. Okay? The plagues draw nigh. That means they're drawing near. What plagues? Well, one of the plagues you women are going to be experiencing is having the crowns of the daughters of Zion, having your crowns smited. The Lord is going to remove your crowns, y'all lovely hairdos. And he's going to replace it with bald spots and scabs. Okay? What is he going to use for that? Well, what are the plagues of Egypt that the Lord used back in ancient days? He used body mites, flesh-eating parasites. He used headlights and super headlights. He used scabies. He used all these different things. And if you notice, these things are on the rise again. They're going to be exponentially risen when the time comes. When the time comes. During the time of lawlessness. You women, y'all are not going to be able to walk around looking all pretty and wonderful and smelling all good. Ain't going to be no electricity. So ain't going to be no running water, no electricity, or natural gas for cooking and heating. And won't even be no gasoline distributed. So y'all cars are going to be parked on the side of the road. It's about to be devastation. It's about to come. That's what y'all need to pay attention to. The devastation. And are not slack. They're not slack. These plagues of the Lord that he's bringing forth upon the people, they don't slack. They are here. And some of the people are going through it right now. Okay? We're going through it right now. Verse 38. As when a woman with child in the 9th month. bringing forth her son. Okay. Ye shall be troubled in such. With 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her wombs. And that's what America's going through. America's going through great pains, passing through the womb of America. And what's about to be given birth to? Destruction, pain, lamentation, mourning, and woe. The wrath of the Lord, judgment, all out judgment. Okay? Which pains when the child comes forth, they slack not a moment. Those pains. And this was coming forth. Verse 39, even so, shall not the plagues be lacked to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrows shall come upon it on every side. That's what the people are looking forward to. Because when they come through with those Gurkha troops, those martial law troops, when they go to kicking in people's doors, when people go to realize that they don't have an America, their America is gone. They already realize that the American dream is gone. The people are going to go crazy. They're going to be nuts. People are going to take up arms. They're going to be trying to fight. They're going to be getting killed. It's going to be crazy. Those that are found are going to be thrust through. It's going to be crazy. Verse 40. O my people, hear my word. The word, what word? The word of the Lord. Make you ready to the battle. You see? Because it's about to happen. That means get yourself girded up in the word, in the Lord. Get yourself girded up because he is the one that's coming. And when he gets here, he's not playing. Zephaniah chapter 1, verse 8. Okay? Zephaniah chapter 1, verse 8. Roughly paraphrasing. I shall kill the princes and destroy. I shall destroy the princes and kill the. Roughly paraphrasing. I shall kill the princes and destroy the king's children. Well, who's the princes? You black, Latino, and Native American Indian women. Y'all the princes. He's coming to kill y'all if y'all are what? Are wearing strange apparel. That means if you're not cloaked with the world. And he's going to destroy the king's children. Who's the king's children? Who are the king's children? The 2/3. The 2/3 of our people are going to be destroyed when the Lord gets here. Because y'all are not cloaked with the word. Y'all are cloaked, wearing strange apparel. Y'all look like a withering vine to the Lord. And the Almighty Father, he knows what plants that he has planted. He knows what harvest that is supposed to come. Because he has written it. So all that is written shall be. And all that is to be shall come. Okay? Okay? Make you ready for the battle. And in those evils, be even as pilgrims upon the earth. That means ready. Be ye ready at a moment's notice. Be ye ready to go, to bug out, to bug in, to bug about, and to bug around. To do what you got to do. The Lord is going to make sure that wherever he send you or take you to, or wherever you got to go, he's going to make sure that that you are provided for. He's going to make sure that he takes care of you. And this is true. Okay. Verse 41. He that selleth, let him be as he that fleeth away. Because, in other words, forget about it. Just forget about it. And he that buyeth as one that will lose. You know, he's spending with scared money. Because he know he's going to lose it. Okay, he know he's going to lose it. Verse 42. He that occupieth merchandise as he that had no profit, buy it. Because it's not going to profit him. In these last days that's coming up, every man, woman, and child is going to be on their own. And what do you have to offer for the Lord? Because the people have been tricked by Esau, by the so-called white man, that red devil that the scriptures speak about. They've been tricked into believing that you're supposed to be living your life, supposed to be living your best life. No, you living you dying your best death. That's what you're doing. You're dying your best death. You're not living your best life. You're dying your best death. You're supposed to be serving the Lord. That's what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be getting yourself ready for the battle. The battle is a spiritual battle that's coming. Are ye ready? Have you been seeking the Lord? Have you been trying to find His word? Isaiah chapter 55, verse 6. Call upon the Lord while He is near. Seek ye the Lord while He is near. Call upon Him. Seek ye the Lord while he is near. Call upon Him while He might be found. No, roughly paraphrasing. Seek the Lord while He may be found. Call upon Him while He is near. Roughly paraphrasing. Let the wicked man change from his wicked thoughts and turn from his wicked ways. Roughly paraphrasing. The time is coming, Salakia. The time is coming where you're going to have to turn from your wicked ways. Okay, and seek the Lord. And stop playing. Because the time has come. What are you doing? And he that buildeth as he that shall not dwell therein. Because the time is coming. It's a waste of your efforts to do this, that, or the other, because you're not going to be able to profit from it. Look at what happened over there in Ukraine. All those people, even once Putin had placed military armory, tanks, and soldiers, paramedics, all these things, army medics, all these things on the borders of Ukraine, the Ukrainian people still thought that Russia was bluffing and wasn't going to do nothing until they attacked. Until Putin sent them in there to attack the people. Same thing with over here. The people are not going to believe that the American U.S. government is going to send in troops until it's too late, until the troops are here. That's the way the people are. You have to show them. Verse 43. He that soweth as if he should not reap, so also he had planted the vineyard as he that shall not gather the grapes. Because the time is coming when these things are no longer going to be important. Your job is no longer going to be important. Even you fulfilling your duties as a family member, even as a mother and as a father, these things are going to become unimportant because the Bible tells us that every man, woman, and child is going to be on their own. You're going to see a 1 and 2 year old little babies walking on the streets with diapers. They ain't going to have no mama, no daddy. You're going to be dead bodies going to land here and there all around. And ain't nobody going to be around to bury them. Ain't nobody going to care. Why? Because the main order and objective of the day is to find food and water to drink and eat. And to stay alive, survive. Are people going to go back to cannibalism? The Bible tells us this. They're going to go back to cannibalism. Even the women, are going to be eating their own children. It's some great devastation that's coming. And whether y'all like it or not, you're going to have to deal with it because it's not going to go away by not talking about it. Verse 44. And they that marry as they that shall get no children. You see? In other words, again, forget about it. And they that marry not as the widowers. Okay? And verse 45. And therefore, they that labor in vain. Just laboring in vain. It's a waste of your time. Verse 46. For strangers shall reap their fruits. That's why. What you working on now and what you trying to build now is going to come to naught. 2023 is the year when we're looking forward to the economical shutdown where the American dollar is going to collapse. Once it collapses, they're going to replace it with the federal government digital wallet. The digital wallet is all digital. It's not backed up with no gold. Right now, the American dollar is not backed up with any gold. They're studying printing fiat money. That's money that's printed up and that's not backed by any gold. These digits, the digital wallet is not going to be backed up with any gold. And at any time that they choose, they can turn your chip off and you will not be able to have any money and not be able to live and function in a society that's set up and geared up for those who have digital income. They're going to have digital income. Without it, you're gonna have to rely on who? Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua by Hashem Kakodash, Isaiah chapter 65, verse 13. Okay? That's when that kicks in. You see, I'm looking forward to some manna. For real. Verse 46, for the strangers shall reap their fruits and spoil their goods, overthrow their houses, okay, and take their children captives, okay, for in captivity and famine shall they get children. Now you know what that means. They shall get children. The children are the most vulnerable. When it comes down time to when there's a lack of food, when there's famine, when there's war, when it's devastation, when it's pestilence, when there are all different types of things that are going on, children are the ones that are hit the hardest. They're small, they're little, their immune systems are not as strong as an adult. They're more susceptible to infections and different things and diseases. And and children are more easier for people to what? Take captive. And when there's no food, children are the first to starve out. They're the first to starve out, and they're the first that people will eat. That the people will eat the children. Okay? Verse 47. And they that occupy their merchandise with robbery, the more they deck their cities, their houses, their possessions, and their own persons. You see? And their own persons. This sort of thing makes the Lord mad. It makes him angry for you to be decking out your house, decking out your own person, decking out your chariot, that's your car, your ride, your wheels, Your houses are occupied with robbery. Okay? You're robbing the Lord of his time with all these things to occupy you. And because of that, verse 48, the more will I be angry. The Lord, he said, the more he'll be angry with them for their sins. It's a sin to do all that stuff. You said they're decking your house out, decking you out, and all this and that, and doing those things that you were doing. That's a sin. That's a sin. Your Christmas tree is a sin as well. All your Christmas lights decorating all over your house. That is a sin. Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 4. Okay? Look it up, read it. Thus saith the Lord. Okay? Thus saith the Lord. Verse 49. Like as a whore envieth a right, honest, and virtuous woman. The Lord's going to be angry. Verse 50. So shall righteousness hate iniquity. Flat out. Hate it. When she decketh herself, talking about Miss Harlot, when she decketh herself, and because that's wickedness, and shall accuse her to her face when he cometh. The Lord, when he cometh, when the Lord cometh, he going to accuse her to her face. All that she said. Miss Harlots. And that goes to all you Miss Harlots out there that think for sure it's all about you. You think the Lord put you on earth for man to serve you. No, he put you on earth for you to serve man, but not any man, a righteous male covering. One of us righteous male coverings is what you must be serving. Okay? Not those Rudy Poots out there, not those Nook and Noonie Nims, Pookie Ray Rays. No, you ain't supposed to be serving them. You supposed to dishonor them and honor the righteous man. And shall accuse her to her face when he cometh. That shall defend him that diligently searches out every sin upon earth. See? Because the Lord is coming to diligently defend us, men of Israel. He's coming to defend us, men of Israel, because we are the ones that diligently seeking out the sins upon this earth. We are the ones that cry and sigh for the abominations of this earth, of this world. Verse 51. And therefore, be ye not like thereunto, nor to work, nor to the works thereof. You see? So we're not supposed to be like these here, those that like these women and like those men that do not the Lord's work. They're not doing the Lord's work, and they're not calling upon the name of the Lord. Okay. And so remember, if somebody's not calling upon the name of the Lord and they're not pushing His truth, what you doing with them? What you doing with them? Because you're gonna have to answer when the Lord comes. Okay. So verse 52. For yet a little, and iniquity shall be taken away out of the earth. And because when the time comes, when the Lord gets here, He's gonna overthrow all governments, and He's gonna destroy all false doctrines, all these fake out churches, church groups, the Mormons, Scientologists, the Christians, Catholics, Buddhists, Mormons, Nation of Islam, House of Jacob, who else? Jehovah Wickedness, them, and any of the other religions out there. All the religions are put together by Satan. He's in charge of all that. And he used the so-called white man to do it. Okay? So y'all got to come in understanding of that and realize that and remember that. And righteousness shall reign among you. Okay? When the time comes, when the Lord comes, He's going to take out the wickedness, and righteousness shall rule all the way through. Verse 53. Let not the sinner say that he hath not sinned, because he's lying. He's lying. And these young men, these mighty young men today are what? Nothing but straight up liars. They will not man up. They always trying to sucker punch an old man. But what's the first thing that the young fellas say? Dog, just gonna talk to you. Dog, I'm just gonna. If they got to walk up on you to talk to you, they're trying to sucker punch you. They ain't trying to talk. They're trying to rob you, and they're always trying to sucker punch and rob an old man, especially right here in the city of Detroit. Okay, especially right here in Detroit. Once they see that you got gray hair, they want to sucker punch you and rob you, but they want to make it look like they're a real man, and it's a fist fight. And what you doing up in an old man's face? That's why the Lord is sending the draft to gather all you young men up that think that you're so mighty and strong and all this and that. Well, they got this thing called the draft. And the drafts are going to put you in a place on the front line where you'll be used as a human shield. Let's see you front off and intimidate and beat down an old man then. Ain't going to be no old men. On the other side, the enemy is going to be young men, just like you, young men, and they gonna have AR-15s too in their hands and plenty of ammunition, shooting back at you. And what are you gonna do when that time comes? Okay, be ye ready for the battle, cause it's coming. Martial law and the draft is coming. What are you going to do? Okay. For God, Yahweh, shall burn coals of fire upon his head, which said before the Lord Yahweh and His glory, I have not sinned. Any man that said that, he can look forward to it. He can look forward to it. Make sure you remember to press the like button. Press the like button and press your this subscription button. And so that you can keep getting more edification, spiritual edification. Before your spirit needs spiritual edification. You need this word. You need this truth. Okay, and press the little bell for the notification, so that way that you can continue receiving and start receiving notifications as to each time that I make a video. You can receive that spiritual edification. Okay, let's go to verse 34. We're gonna end the video off verse 54. Behold, the Lord knoweth all the works of men. And he does. He knows your works. He knows your works. That's why he set things up. No matter what you say or what you think. The reason why you in a physical body is so that you may face judgment. Your spirit don't feel pain, but your physical body do. Your spirit don't feel pain, but your physical body do. Your spirit placed inside a physical body so that way you can stand, that way you can be judged. You can be judged and receive the works done in thereof concerning your body. And you're going to have to answer for that. All that's concerning your body and what you've been doing to it. You got to answer for it. Thus saith the Lord. Their imaginations, their thoughts, and their hearts. Okay? Behold, the Lord knoweth all these things. He knows your thoughts. He knows your heart. He knows your imaginations. He knows your desires. He knows your zest, your zeal, your everything. Verse 55. Which spake but the word, let the earth be made, and it was made. Let the heaven be made, and it was created. Okay? I'm talking about the Lord. Okay? Because the time is coming. The time is coming. Okay? We're going to end this video off. Okay, I wanted to, let's see. Got some other stuff here. We're going to end this video off. We did that. Because the main point being is that martial law is coming. What you need to understand, martial law is coming. The draft is coming. What are you going to do? Are you preparing yourself, getting yourself ready for the battle? The real battle, the battle between the spiritual and the physical. These are two wars, two worlds that are about to come together and clash together. Remember, the Bible tells us it's going to be even apparitions and ghosts walking around and demons, visible for people to see, appearing and disappearing, walking around and even grabbing on the people. Remember, like in your dreams, when the monster grabbed hold of you, he left a scar, a scratch. So when you woke up, it was a scar on you, wasn't it? You felt the demon's hands around your neck. When you woke up, your throat felt funny, didn't it? Well, guess what? All that's gonna be real this time when it all comes. When it all comes. And so, make sure you press that like and subscription button. And we'd like to end this video off. We'd like to give all praises and all honors to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of the great millstone, and peace and salutations to the hopeful elects. Shalom. This your Israelite brother, Mashaba. Music by J. Dilla. Fall in Love.